Winter is upon us, and whether you want to play in the snow or stay warm indoors or even jump in a natural hot springs, I am here to help you discover Steamboat.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You can have all you ever wanted.
Hi, Eric Abelos here, and this is Discover Steamboat. Over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to take you around town to show you some of my favorite places to eat and some of my favorite activities to do. So let's go discover Steamboat together. I'm now at the tennis center of Steamboat Springs, about to play some tennis. This is a great option for you if you and your family want to hang out indoors. This here is the place to do it.
The tennis center is the place to come to play tennis because it's enclosed.
Yes.
We have 6 indoor courts where you can play pickleball as well as tennis. Another amazing thing about the tennis center is that we offer tennis to every level. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced player, you can come here and play your game.
If you're skiing in Steamboat and you're parking at the Meadows lot to catch the shuttle that takes you up to the resort, if you look to your right, that's where you're going to see this big tennis bubble that we are in right now. Let's go play.
Hey guys, my name's Elliot. I'm the head pro here at the Steamboat Tennis and Pickleball Center, and we're going to teach Eric some tennis. All right, Eric, so first time, never played before?
I have never ever played tennis before.
Okay, played ping pong?
I have, yes.
Okay, all
Table
right, that's
tennis.
something.
I played table tennis.
Yeah, so
A little bit bigger paddle though.
a little bit bigger paddle, a little bit bigger ball, maybe a little bit bigger court.
Slightly, yeah.
So you're gonna pretend like you're gonna catch it, you're gonna swing through and fall over your shoulder. Here we go, here we go.
Pretend to catch it and then follow through.
There you go.
Okay, got this.
So let's teach you a backhand now.
Okay.
We're gonna rotate, swing, and follow through over the shoulder.
Oh man, I feel like I'm throwing my back out with that.
Oh, it puts it away! We got a pro. Shut it down, we're done.
I have to end there. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Elliot is the man. If you want lessons, come down here, see Elliot. Coach, let's start with the cheers.
Sláinte.
Cheers. Slanch.
Sláinte. Sláinte. Irish for health, actually.
I could use some of that.
Yeah, we all could.
Well, this should be everybody's first stop because it is the perfect après-ski bar. I mean, if you can see it right behind us. The mountain is right there. Get off the mountain, come down here, grab a pint, and have
We got happy hour every day, right?
When is the happy hour?
3:17 every day.
And why such an odd time?
Well, if you're Irish, you know. 3:17, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, there you go. So
There
that's
you
going to
go.
be easy to remember. And so it goes from 3:17 to
6.
6 p.m.
Right?
every day.
And we got $4 pints, $4 drinks, $4 house wine. We got some $5 apps and some $9 apps, and every day.
This is arguably the best happy hour in all of Steamboat.
Like I say, the people who come here live here.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, my pants are ringing. What am I going to do with this? Hang out, might be important. McKnight's his coach.
Talk to me about your menu because it's a very Irish.
It's traditional Irish mixed with pub food for America. Right?
Okay.
So we got a good selection of burgers, but we make our shepherd's pie here.
And it's so good.
It's got real chunks of lamb, not ground lamb, and we use a top round roast for our beef. So it's got both, and fresh vegetables, and it's outstanding.
What's the bread that it comes with?
Oh, the brown bread, we make that too. It's a molasses bread, traditional Irish bread.
Okay.
So it's a little bit sweet. We actually sell it as a dessert too, if you like.
The fish and chips here is phenomenal too. I've been to other places where they kind of skimp you on the fish and give you a lot of chips. You guys do a great job.
It's a Pacific cod. It's delicious.
Yeah.
And we get it in a 5-ounce portion. We cut them right in half, and so we start putting 3 pieces on the dinner. Portion is always at least 5. Now it's closer to 6.
There's no reason.
Somebody ought to tell somebody, you think?
There's no reason not to come down here at Prey Ski.
Yeah. McKnightsIrishPub.com.
Excellent.
We're in Marketplace Plaza, Wild Horse Plaza, 970 879-7881.
Well, thank you so much, Coach, for joining me. And stay tuned, guys. We have more coming up right after this break. I am now here at the Old Town Hot Springs, where we are going to take a look at the fun activities that you can do both indoors and outdoors. But first, we must put up our mask. Let's go. Hey, Vanessa, how are you doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
So good. I'd shake your hand, but COVID.
I know. It's okay.
So what should I be knowing about Old Town Hot Springs?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. So Old Town Hot Springs, we've been around for over a century. We're actually one of the older nonprofits in Brau County, and we're all about supporting the health and wellness of our community. We do that through a few different ways. Our fitness center, our amazing hot springs, climbing wall, massage, and a myriad of other things. So I'd love to show you more about it.
Yeah, I'm so excited to take a look around. What about these hot springs? How many hot springs do you have? How many hot pools do you have?
So all of our pools are sourced from one hot spring. It's the Heart Spring. And that spring, it's pretty cool. It actually comes up directly from the ground right where we are. And it feeds our Heart Spring pool, which is our hottest pool. And also probably our most popular pool.
And what's the temperature of that pool?
It ranges between 102 and 103, depending on how the water and the temperature outside. And then that pool actually feeds all the rest of our pools. So as you go from pool to pool, the temperature will change, and then it reaches our final big lap pool, which is our coolest pool. And then it actually goes back into the river, into the Yampa. We retreat it, so it's fully stable and it goes back into the river.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There's some fun activities that you can do too. It's a beautiful facility, but there's a rock climbing wall out there that the kids can climb up and ring a bell and jump off. And
that's really fun. We actually have two climbing opportunities outside, one in our hot springs, and then the other one is actually at our lap pool. And then don't forget, we actually have a climbing wall indoors too.
Yeah, tell me about that. That's new, isn't it?
It is new, yeah. So in 2019, we did a huge facility renovation, and that was to completely redo our fitness center. And then we also, at the same time, decided, wouldn't it be fun to have a climbing wall here? So it's a 37-foot climbing wall. We have 5 different belay stations, a lot of different routes. They get changed all the time. And kids of all ages, up to adults, can climb this wall whenever they want.
What else got remodeled in 2019?
So a lot of things. We actually expanded completely. So it wasn't just a remodel. We added about 15,000 square feet to our facility.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, I know. So we were able to touch our massage suites, which was great. We also were able to add 2 community rooms, one that had a kitchen, so that nonprofits and other organizations in our community can come and use that community room. We found that Steamboat really needed a space for gathering. And then of course we did our climbing wall. We added another studio in our fitness center so we could do more group exercise classes. And we added a walking track so people could exercise and walk in the winter.
Indoors.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And now, can you talk to me about some of the equipment that we would find in your fitness center?
We have everything. Right now, about 100 different fitness classes, group exercise classes that are happening a week. So we have quite a few, and we usually have more, but because of COVID, we've definitely scaled back.
So what can your guests expect out of a day visiting the Old Town Hot Springs?
Yeah, that's a great question because things are constantly changing right now. So best bet is to head to our website. It's oldtownhotsprings.org/COVID, and that will have all the details of what you can expect.
Old Town Hot Springs is top notch. If you have not been down here, make sure to make your way down here. And where are you located?
So we're at 136 Lincoln Avenue. We're in the heart of downtown Steamboat Springs. You can get to us by the free public bus. We also have ample parking.
And who is welcome? Can tourists come, locals?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to have a membership?
So we do have memberships that we offer to the locals in our community, but we definitely would love visitors from anywhere to come visit us. We're here to support the whole community of Steamboat, and that definitely includes our visitors.
Well, Vanessa, thank you so much for taking your time to meet with me. I love this place. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. We're so happy to have you and everybody else come visit us.
Awesome. So get down here. I'm about to leave. I just got water warm, but now I'm gonna go get whiskey warm over at the Steamboat Whiskey Company. Come on. Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, nice to see you.
Awesome. Let's grab a table. Excellent.
Let's do it.
We're back on Discover Steamboat with Jess and Nate Newhall of the Steamboat Whiskey Company. So, one at a time, what is your favorite drink that you guys make here?
Absolutely, it's our newest drink on the menu, which is the popcorn old fashioned. It's just like going to the movies with a Dum Dum Sucker and a butter washed moonshine old fashioned. It's fantastic.
I have to get me one of those. Jess, what about you?
My favorite drink here happens to be the Pony Express. It's new this year. It has our award-winning Warrior whiskey, Haus triple sec, a little bit of coconut cream, and so it's just a delicious drink after you've been on the slopes.
That's awesome. Are you guys still doing Tiki Tuesdays?
Absolutely.
Yep, we are still doing Tiki Tuesdays, so come on down on a Tuesday night for a little taste of the islands and try our delicious rum. It will help warm up your spirits.
Absolutely.
It'll make you feel like you're on a beach in the middle of Steamboat Springs.
That's right.
It does. It's just missing the sand and just replaced with snow.
Yep.
That's great. Guys, times are constantly changing. Rules are constantly changing. What is an experience like coming in here?
Well, we are very keen on following all the guidelines, and we have plenty of indoor and outdoor seating. When you come to Steamboat Whiskey Company, you can expect a friendly welcome, delicious food, and even better cocktails.
We decided to make this bar with a speakeasy feel because Steamboat didn't really have something that was kind of dark and hard to find, and it's really a reflection of the bar that we ran for 3 years before opening this new bar on Main Street, and it really was a little difficult to find, and it didn't have very much room for very many people, and sometimes it took a while to get a cocktail, but because of all those things, it really had a unique draw to it, and we've been able to bring that same vibe and feel up to this bar as well with a little more room.
Our new patio was opened in June, and we are happy to have some awesome fire tables and heat lamps out there to help keep people warm, and we've got lots of blankets as well, plus a whole myriad of hot drinks to help keep you toasty.
And not only are you you make your own liqueurs and mixers, you make your own product.
Sure. We make all different kinds of products, including our foundation product, Warrior Whiskey, which we give a portion of the profits back to veteran charities, and our whole Ski Town line, which includes gin, vodka, rum, and moonshine.
We also put a lot of effort into our cocktail menu. We have over 36 different ones to try, and we make a lot of the mixers and liqueurs here in-house. So these cocktails really are unique to our bar.
Opening this new bar, we've gone with a whole new food menu. We've done some updates in our kitchen, and we found somebody really awesome to work with back there. Shauna's a fantastic chef, and she produces some really, really beautiful comfort foods that match up well with our cocktails. And we have a rotating menu as well, so we do daily specials. Sometimes we do fun things like cheese curds, sometimes we do fun things like wing specials and things like that as well.
So is this going to be like your typical bar food, or is this going to be like you can come here and order a meal?
Both. We have sandwiches and we have shared plates.
So in regards to our new food menu, we basically added some more heartier options in addition to the delicious shared plates we already were offering. We really have something for everyone. Unlike the traditional higher end fare, we really cater to everyone with a wide range of options for adults and children, including non-alcoholic beverages.
If I want to take that flavor back home with me, how can I do that?
Steamboat Whiskey does have many, many unique flavors. We work very, very hard on all of our products. And you can certainly come into Steamboat Whiskey Company and buy a bottle here, including many products that you can't get at your local liquor store shelves. But that being said,
well, you can also find our products on the Front Range and in the Colorado Springs area, also Fort Collins. Really, just ask for it at your favorite liquor store, and we will do our best to get it in your neighborhood. You can also find it in Denver at the Total Wine & More locations.
And on our way back into town, we're gonna stop off at Golden Leaf to explore the world of cannabis and talk to their award-winning staff. Hey, how are you doing?
Great, how are you?
Good. I'm Eric.
I'm G. I'll be your bud tender for today.
Excellent.
To get things started, I just need to see your ID.
Oh, perfect. I already have that out.
Awesome. All right, great.
All right. G, thank you so much for meeting me. I am kind of overwhelmed when walking in a store like this because I have no idea where to even start. Where do I begin?
Well, first, there are a couple things you need to know. You are required to show a government-issued photo ID. You must be 21 years old. We are cash only, but we have an ATM on site, so definitely have some cash handy. And then as far as where to start, I know there are lots of different kinds of products here. We can start just talking about your needs and what you're looking for, because based on that, we'll figure out what delivery method is best, because they're all very different and they don't translate intuitively from one to another.
I'm new to the world of cannabis. Can you explain to me the difference between sativa and indica?
Sure. Yes, so sativa is known as the head high or the cerebral effect, which you would probably want if you want to do something active. You don't want to be too sedated. Indica is going to be more of the body high. So if you want to relax at the end of the day and you want to ease some pain relief, that would be a good one.
Great. And how does CBD fit into all of that as well?
So CBD is going to be another cannabinoid of the plant.
Okay.
THC and CBD are probably the most popular, but there are actually over 100 cannabinoids in the cannabis plant that we just don't know much about yet. CBD is going to be non-psychoactive, whereas THC is psychoactive. And then we do sell different products that have a balance of the two cannabinoids, different ratios of the cannabinoids, because every consumer is going to have different needs as far as what their medicinal needs are and just what the overall effect that they're looking for. CBD does tend to, I feel, kind of round out the high.
Totally.
Sometimes THC is just, too much THC can be super anxiety evoking and a little too stimulating, so CBD definitely helps to just balance that effect a little bit.
Perfect. And as we can see, you guys are constantly busy here at Golden Leaf because you guys have the highest quality THC products here, cannabis products here. What are your hours?
Our hours are 8 to 10 on the recreational side and 8 to 7 on the medical side.
Excellent. And where are you located?
Right on Highway 40, 1755 Lincoln Avenue.
They're the big green building on your right side as you're coming in from the west side of town. You cannot miss it. If you are coming back from those fun activities we did earlier, stop by Golden Leaf and talk to G. It's my understanding that you've won a couple awards?
Yes, we've won Best of the Boat several years. Also some awards for our strains, some of them being in-house genetics that we've bred together. And I just last year won Best of the Boat for Best Bud Tender of Steamboat.
Yay! That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So here at Golden Leaf, you guys do everything from seed to store?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Everything is grown organically in very nutrient-rich soil. From there, it's dried, cured, hand-trimmed by our trimmers, and then from the warehouses brought to the shops to sell or to the laboratory to process into concentrates.
So I come here and I buy some product. I haven't consumed it all during my vacation. Is it okay for me to put it in my bag and take it back home with me?
Unfortunately not. You cannot fly back with cannabis, and you cannot travel across state lines in general with cannabis. It is still federally illegal.
Well, G, thank you so much for taking the time to explain this to me. I feel like there's so much that you can get lost in, but you really did. You were knowledgeable and you helped me out. Thank you so much. Where can our viewers find out more information?
You can hop onto our website, goldenleaf.co, where you can also find our online ordering platform if you want to minimize your time in the shop for just a pickup order.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
For our last stop of the day, I wanted to stop by the Brau Haus. They have the most beers on tap in all of Steamboat, so let's go. We are in the middle of Colorado at a ski resort. Why a German-style beer hall?
You know, in my travels, I've learned that I think the Europeans do après-ski better than us. And I'm trying to recreate that here. I really, truly am. It's a sense of warmth. It is being outside. It's enjoying these beautiful surroundings. I mean, most of our guests and visitors are coming out of work in cubicles and office blocks around the world. They want to be in this beautiful environment, and what can we do to make them feel warm and welcome and feel a little bit of that Gemütlichkeit.
Barry, thank you for pouring us some beers here already. What are you drinking on here?
So I'm drinking a Munich Helles. This particular one is Munich Gold from Hockershore in Munich, Germany. Fantastic beer, just a crusher. Light, easy drinking, just like a German Pilsner, but without the bitterness that you would normally get from that. And then you're drinking the Duchess, which is absolutely fantastic. A Flanders Red. It's a sour, but it's not a punch you in the face, super sharp sour like you get most of the time out of American-based sours. So first of all, it's aged in the large oak casks that have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. So part of the flavor that you're getting there is hundreds of years of flora. Essentially, that's built itself its own little ecosystem within that beer. And then we blend, or not we, they blend a 6-month and an 18-month-old version batch of that beer together to find just that perfect balance. It's absolutely beautiful. It's not for everybody, but if you're a sour drinker, and honestly, if you're a red wine drinker, you may love that beer. It's really, really unique. We pride ourselves on having a not only very robust beer menu, normally 75 to 100 different beers, of 56 on draft. Wine on draft as well, but realistically what we really try to do is give a good representation of all the different styles of beer that are out there around the world. We're more than happy to give you a free taste of anything that's out there or anything that we have for the most part. No, it's fantastic. That's our job as educators, really, is to let people know there's a whole lot of really cool things out there.
I was going to volunteer you to take all of these, but is it okay if I split these with you? Okay.
Jump in there for sure.
I'll start it. What am I drinking here?
So Czech Var, Czech Pils. So similar to a German Pilsner, a little bit less bitter. Fantastic beer. Crisp, clean, easy drinking.
Slammable beer.
Very sippable, very crushable beer.
That's awesome. What do we got up next here?
So next we're moving on to the Kolsch. The Kolsch is a fantastic beer. It's a lager brewed at ale temperature. So it gives you, it's a light, crisp beer, but certainly a lot more flavor than you're going to get from a Helles or a Pilsner or something like that. This particular one is Reisdorf Kolsch from Cologne, Germany, as I alluded to before.
From Cologne.
Yes, it is probably the quintessential example of the style.
What do we got next?
Next we're moving on to Chimay Red, which is a Belgian double. So this is a relatively mild beer. I want to say it's 6.5 to 7%-ish. The flavors are going to be a lot more intense. You're going to get caramel notes. You're going to get all kinds of additional layers of flavor. One of the tricks to a good Belgian beer like that too, you really want this beer to warm up. It has to pour at about 38 degrees, but we really encourage you to warm that beer up. I mean, the flavor profile changes dramatically when it has gotten closer to 45, 50-ish degrees. It really opens up and you get the flavor.
All right, what do we got next?
So next we're moving up the scale with the Belgians. This is a Golden Drac, which is a Belgian quadruple. So ABV on this one's going to be a little bit higher, probably in the 9 to 10% category. So it's certainly not a crushing beer.
Yeah.
You know, it's a sip lightly.
Enjoy.
Absolutely, positively. Now we're at the Maharaja from Avery Brewing in Boulder, Colorado. 10.5%, big, strong double IPA. If you can have a beer that is 10% alcohol and you can't tell that it's 10% alcohol, the brewer did an outstanding job. And that is, to me, the best double IPA in America. So to round out our list, one of my favorite beers, the Ondex Doppelbock. So Doppelbock meaning double strong in German vernacular. Big, rich, malty. You get lots and lots of flavors and nose of dark fruits, cinnamon, just really rich and honestly a bit on the sweet side.
Well, thank you for sharing all this
Absolutely.
knowledge. And if somebody wants to come down and get a spread like this, would you be willing to talk to them, or would the bartenders be willing to talk to them about each of the flavors?
Absolutely,
like this?
positively, yeah. And it's something we pride ourselves on, is the overall knowledge of our staff. The beer knowledge is right up there, so we're happy to educate you and let you try a little something too. Like I said, that's kind of our undocumented mission statement, is to really help people, educate them in what's out there. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, and that's totally okay.
Cheers.
You're very welcome, my friend. Prost.
Food. Prost. Until next time.